Hey, Spectre at Demon Science. It's me, Spectre. Come to video. In this video, I am doing more of my dragons as superheroes, and this is the Beast Heroes universe. So, without further ado, let's get into this video. But before we do, please consider liking and subscribing to join the Spectre 1000, Spectre Army, or Demon Alliance today. And the liking just so this can be pushed out there more. Now, let's get into the video. Let's go. Okay, I am back, and, I am going back over my universe, the Beast Hero universe. I am going and looking at some more heroes. Okay, it's good to be back. First one, Agus Bulwark. Hero name, Drawhack Shielder. Creature name, creature, dragon. Dragon type, shield dragon. His background is that of a, former soldier. Not really. He's more of a, your standard, person who thinks he's a soldier, but in reality is just a little vigilante in his own town. Weird person, but he's very heroic from what I've seen from him. Hey, just because I'm over here doesn't mean I see everything in this universe. But from the few people he has saved, he saved a few princesses, and all of them being embarrassed that they were saved by someone they deemed lower than them because of the fact that he was mostly a commoner, but in reality he was quite wealthy. But his family decided to hide their wealth because, well, they just don't really like flaunting it. They have a good amount of people that work for them. But all the princesses usually thank him, but the latest one has falsely accused him of raping her. Now, I can see that's a blatant lie, but due to some rules, I'm not allowed to interfere. Only on special circumstances am I allowed to. Let's just say, due to that fact, he was able to somehow come across a shield dragon that was teleported in from another world, from the Beast universe, from the Beastverse, which is a universe that Spike rolls over. Interesting creatures, and quite a few powerful ones. That dragon is known to be a very cold, but yet also very caring dragon. Matches his personality perfectly. Now he's in one of the biggest cities, and he saw these people hunting some type of creature. He tried to investigate, but that's when he saw that one person was tangled up in some type of hands. And before he could rush in, he saw someone use a tail and slash the thing. They both walked off and disappeared. But after that, he decided to become a hero because of his abilities to create two shields that flickered. Ever since that incident with the shield dragon, he's gotten two little, hard to put it, but two little bracelets with little miniature shields on them. He's tried to remove them himself, but they don't come off. Hey, he even found somehow, due to that fact, he found out about me and the other overseers existing, but he doesn't realize he's in this part of the multiverse. It's quite a headache. But anyways, he decided that he's becoming a hero, but since he's got his powers from a dragon, he's decided draconic because, well, I got my powers from a freaking dragon. He now saves a whole bunch of people and tries to set his name straight. He's also a person that trades a whole lot, and he's made his own fortune selling things he's found. not to mention his own fortune from defeating criminals, but due to that, what was it? Due to that accusation from that princess, she was a pretty high-ranking one, and that's in that part of the world. That stuck to him, and he's been paid the minimum amount, meaning, let's say he hunted down someone that has a bounty on their head from around 1 million to 2 million. He'll be paid 1 million, not the 2 million, even though it took him 5 hours to wear this guy out. That will earned him the 2 million. They're just biased to the fact that they trust the princess more than him, even though he knows what really happened. Let's get to the next one. This next one is more of a vigilante, but at the same time, it is also a hero. It's a headache to go with it, but this guy is known as, well, his parents are greedy, which made him a little greedy, but not a whole lot. His name was Everence something, but ever since he was abandoned from his parents, he decided to get rid of that last name. And ever since that, I can't find it in any files. Seriously, even his ancestors are wiped from that logs. I might be able to find them sooner or later, but still, total pain in the butt. Well, name Aphris. Here name Larfleeze. He's watched so much DC in his time, he decided, Larfleeze is the only Lantern member that is greed. So, yeah. His hero suit is a good chunk of green, but the midsection, meaning like the entire middle torso, is a pretty dark looking metallic green color. It's weird, but also if you look closely at the diamond, it literally has a dollar sign in it. It's a little funny, but the creature was a dragon. It was the greed dragon from the Beastverse, but though it was one of the last dragons in this universe, and he managed to get its powers from its dying breath. Due to the dying breath effect of these dragons, he didn't pass out at all. He more or less felt the mutations coming, and little holes and little bumps on his arms formed. Out of one arm, he could sprout a thing that mimicked the tail of the creature, while the other one mimicked the tongue. The one on his, what was it? The one on his left side was the tail, one on the right was the tongue. The tongue was a pinkish one, whereas the one on the left side that mimicked the tail, it was green all the way to the tip, to where 3 claws sprout out that could grab stuff for him. He is a little greedy. He sometimes might take $5 from the opponent he takes out, but other than that, he gives everything else back to the people. He's still quite charitable, but he does keep a good chunk of the money for himself, hence his name, Larfleeze. But he's greedy, but not a lot, not very greedy. Overall, pretty nice guy. Let's get to the next one. I both needed and wanted to make this mid-video interruption just saying, sorry about the coughing. It's my allergy season this time of year. And I know I shouldn't be making videos during this time, but hey, it's just a little cough, really. It's nothing major. Now let's get back into this video. Let's go. Now we're getting to the more violent people. This is one of, this is the only one that's really violent. His name is Japanese, but he's born in America. Parents are Japanese, but somehow he looks more American than anything. Sorry, I'm a little allergies. His name is Baku Hatsu, which means explosion, I believe, and Hono, which is another word, I believe, blaze. Hero name, eruption. Creature, dragon. It's the explosive paw. Makes sense now. He was always aggressive, but up until he found this dragon, he was just a bully. But now, ever since he's found that dragon and he's gotten the powers, he decided to become a hero. But he's still slowly learning to become less destructive and more helpful. He is a little nice at times when it comes to his friend group, but overall he is still a little hot-headed. But he has his own little team of 5, which is a little interesting. They are all very powerful in their own right, but trust me, he's the leader, even though he might not act like it. The reason why he found this dragon was because in the Hono family, you always find one dragon that's relating to your personality. Either slay it or get its dying breath. Both will grant you the powers of the creature, but the dying breath is more powerful. It doesn't kill you anytime soon, but for him, his explosive temper allowed him to find a explosive paw wyvern that was near death and was actually not as aggressive as its other members as its species. It was actually more on the nicer side. It saw the nicest in him, but it saw the reason why he was so rude and mean is on the account that he had a good friend that was deemed unable to find power at all. We will look at him in a few days. His story as a whole is very interesting. That's all I really got for Bakuhatsu. Now let's get to the last one of today. Now we got another somewhat abused person, but they more or less just disown their parents' name because the parents are dead. Their parents died in a villain attack. Sorry. Just something stuck in my throat. Name, Echo. Your name, Sound Shatterer. Sound Shatterer. Creature, dragon, Sound Blast. It's a Sound Blast wyvern. She has 2 mutations, well, technically 4 mutations total, but 2 different mutations on her arms. Her first one, well, just like the Sound Blast wyvern, she has the ability to make a sonic scream, but she also has the ability to project it from her hands at times, but mostly from the biological amplifiers on her arm. That's the first mutation on each side. The other one is she actually has some type of biological earplugs similar to the Sound Blast wyvern. Those are in front and they loop up and around, connecting to the amplifiers, which can release a sonic shriek that can pretty much deafen anyone that's in a 5 mile, within about a 50-foot radius of it. It's the area of effect, anyways. It's more of a cone attack, but if she plugs it into the ground, it will deafen you in a 50 feet radius. She got this after her parents died, and due to her crying, she actually attracted a for the record, this creature was pretty well alive, but it saw that she needed the power more than it, so it somehow was able to project all of its life into one final breath. And trust me, this creature had a law of life in it, so that was a law of power. She was in a coma for about 5 days, but due to her powers, she's actually one of the stronger heroes of this world. She's also been registered as the same as everyone else in this universe that has these powers. Now that's all I got for these guys. I'm hoping to go over more of these people in my universe sooner or later. Well, until next time. Once again, sorry about the coughing. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Until next time, subscribe, respect, streaming, or taking the last alliance. Goodbye and peace out.